What's your proudest, technically I didn't break any rules moment? My stats professor at college was absolutely brutal. Professor Williams had this ironclad rule posted on her door. No electronic devices during exams. No phones, no calculators, no tablets. Students must complete all calculations by hand. She believed real statisticians should be able to crunch numbers without any help. The thing is, her final exam was notorious for having these massive data sets. Like one problem would have 60 numbers that you had to add, multiply, and divide to find regression equations. Most students spent half the exam time just doing basic arithmetic, barely finishing the actual statistical analysis. I was struggling hard in that class. My GPA couldn't take another hit, and I knew this exam would make or break me. That's when I remembered my grandfather's old office in our basement. He used to be an accountant back in the day, and he had all sorts of vintage equipment down there. Buried under dusty ledgers and yellowed papers, I found this beautiful mechanical calculator from the 1960s. It was this heavy brass machine with a hand crank on the side and all these gears visible through the metal casing. No electricity, no batteries, just pure mechanical engineering. I spent a week learning how to use it, practicing multiplication and division problems until I could work it smoothly. Exam day came, and I walked into the classroom carrying this 20-pound antique in a canvas bag. When I pulled it out and set it on my desk, everyone turned to stare. The thing looked like something from a museum. Professor Williams walked over, frowning at the contraption. "What exactly is that?" she asked, flipping through her rule sheet. "It's a mechanical calculator, ma'am. No electronics, just gears and a hand crank." She studied the rules again, clearly annoyed but unable to find anything that banned it. "Fine," she said through gritted teeth. "Proceed." The exam started, and I tackled the first problem. While everyone else was scribbling frantically, trying to add 57 numbers by hand, I was cranking away. The machine made this satisfying clack, clack, clack sound with each turn, like an old printing press. Within 30 seconds, I had the sum. Another few cranks gave me the product. The whole regression equation that should have taken 40 minutes was done in under 5. The sound started getting to people. Every few minutes, you'd hear that mechanical clacking echoing through the silent room. Students kept glancing over, their faces getting more frustrated as they realized I was flying through problems that were eating up their time. By the halfway point, I'd finished every calculation-heavy problem on the exam. I had so much extra time that I went back and double-checked everything, then triple-checked my statistical interpretations. Meanwhile, students around me were still struggling with the arithmetic from problem 2. One guy actually raised his hand and complained to Professor Williams. "This isn't fair," he whispered. "He's using a machine." She looked at me, cranking away, then back at her rules. "It's not electronic," she said flatly. "It's allowed." When time was called, half the class looked like they'd been hit by a truck. I calmly packed up my antique calculator and walked out feeling confident for the first time all semester. Grades came back a week later. I scored a 94%, the highest in the class. A few students tried to file complaints with the dean, but Professor Williams backed me up. "The rule specifically states no electronic devices," she told them. "Mr. Davis used a mechanical one. He followed the rules exactly." Next semester's syllabus had a new line added: "No electronic or mechanical calculation devices permitted during examinations." She'd learned her lesson, but it was too late for me. I'd already graduated. What's your